First of all, let me say that I am very delighted to be here during this 36th annual day function of Theivanai Ammal College for Women. Shri S. Senthil Kumar ji, the Managing Chairman and Secretary of ESSK Educational Charities, the Principal of the college, Dr. S. Akila ji, the Vice Principal, Professor V.S. Selvi ji, the Deans, including Dr. S. Manimekalai ji, and all the Deans, the Controller of Examination, all Deans, all faculty colleagues, all the officers and staff of all levels. When I entered this college this morning, I was first greeted by a security personnel. So my greetings to all those who are making this institution and creating environment for education to get imparted, including security personnel, including gardener, including floor cleaner, including persons who provide water on the table of the faculty or to anyone. So this annual day of Theivanai Ammal College for Women and each and every member of this college, grand greetings to all of you. It is just a matter of coincidence that within past 12 months, this is the fourth women's college that I am visiting. It is a God's grace, because coming amidst few of Akkas and many of Tangachis is a great joy. And Annas and Tambis are everywhere available. So I'm very happy. That's why I'm sharing with open heart. Now this college has been started with a great purpose by a great visionary, the founder chairman. And he was knowing well, and the persons from whom he got motivated, they also knew well that the multiplier effect of women education is much more than education for men. If men are educated, there is good effect in arithmetical progression. But if a woman is educated, there is great effect in geometrical progression. Why it happens, I was reading about certain Mahabhutas, Panch Mahabhuta, and for each Mahabhuta there is one Shivalingam also. It is a concept in southern part of India, not in northern part of India, that connected to each Mahabhuta there is a devoted Shiv temple. For example, the town from where I come, Tiruchirappalli, it has got Jal Tattva Lingam, that is Thiruvannai Kovil. Agni Tattva Lingam is here, close by Tiruvannamalai. Bhumi Tattva Lingam at Kanchipuram. And Akash Tattva Lingam at Chidambaram. The only Tattva Lingam outside Tamil Nadu boundary is Vayu Tattva Lingam at Kalahasti, 35 kilometers east of Tirupati. So, when I was trying to understand the nature of these Panch Mahabhuta, and we are all made of Panch Mahabhuta, this is structure that you are watching and your own structure, this is integration of Panch Mahabhuta, and about 72 to 73% of your physical body is water. But there is heat also, otherwise you cannot digest. But there is a sky also. If there is no sky inside you, then you can't ascend to higher level of consciousness. And there's Bhumi Tattva also, for example, the skin or the muscle, all Bhumi Tattva. I find that women, either in family or in society, I'm connected to that. Why multiplier effect of education for women is much more than education for man? Because as I have understood, I have not read here. It is scientifically proved or not, I do not know. But I can say with conviction to thousands of people that these 5 Mahabhutas we are made of. No challenge, nobody can challenge this. But out of these 5 Mahabhutas, women have been endowed by nature, by the God, with a special quality. What is that quality? That you have, you do not know, or maybe knowing. If you do not know, you should know. What is that special quality woman has? There are so many. Women can become mother, man cannot become, these we all know. But one thing I would like to say, using preliminary level of physics, there are 2 types of forces, when you rotate something, you tie something by a string, try rotating, there are 2 forces working, centrifugal force, centripetal force. Centripetal force works towards the center and centrifugal force works away from the center, and by having these 2 forces in balance, the rotating thing keeps rotating. And centripetal force is towards center. I have experience in my life watching to my mother, to my sister, to my wife, to the wives of my brothers, to my nieces, to my daughter-like personalities like you, that women have great power of integrating through their centripetal force. They are naturally endowed with the characteristics who can keep the family united, society united. Centripetal force, because as I understand, out of Panch Mahabhuta, the Bhumi Tattva of mother folks, sister folks, daughter folks, women is very strong, because Bhumi Tattva keeps holding the things. You might have seen in some families that 2 brothers, they are at loggerhead for some dispute. I will not talk to you. Though they are born by the same mother, but sometimes it happens, 2 brothers start fighting. But if elder brother enters or even younger brother enters between them and say, hey, don't behave like that. You both are my lovely brothers. And if you continue me to feel that you are lovely for me and I am lovely for you, stop fighting. And when the sister gives a direction and the loving direction, or let us say, what is called, affectionate cajoling, brothers feel nervous. They stop fighting. So, your future of country, your future mothers, and that's why I say, my dear daughters, your future of the country. Future of the country, of course, your brothers are also there. Because only sister folks are there, I am praising them. It is not the right thing. Because female cannot exist for long on this earth if males are not there. And males cannot exist for long if females are not there. We should never say female versus male. Never, never, never. And I always suggest to my daughter folks, please develop yourself. But don't join a race competing with your brother folks. I will compete. I will show to a boy, I am more boy than you. This is a wrong race. You are already special. Being a woman, you are already special. You have already beaten the boys. Why so? Why so? In one research when it was found that what is the price of the physical body? And when it was compared, price means it is very, very, let us say, desperate attempt. Nobody can calculate price of physical body, but just for the sake of interest, when they calculated, giving weightage to various parts of the body, etc., it was found that if there would be monetary price of physical body, the price of physical body of a female will be more than the price of a male body. Even at body level, you are precious. At mental level, even psychology has proved through research that mentally women are relatively, not all women, not all men are weaker, not all women are stronger, but on average, women are stronger mentally and psychologically compared to males. May God give you great life and longer life, healthy life. But it has been seen and observed that when at a ripened age, a woman loses husband, but still woman gathers courage, strength by the blessings of the God, and she comes back and fights back and stands for the cause of family and society more successfully than men. And it has been seen that in most of the cases, when a man loses his wife, of course, both were at ripened stage, say 78, 79, but after that, the male is not able to muster courage to live with same enthusiasm after losing his wife. It does not mean that who loves more each other. It means even something is lost, the woman has a power to come back and stand with his strength. And in another research, it was found, research on leadership. Basically, I am a student of behavioral science part of management. In the research of leadership, it was found out of 36 qualities of leadership, out of 36 qualities of leadership which were under study, on 27 women were found to be on average better than men. And then when other experiment was done between man and woman, it was found that while dealing with mechanical machines, men were found to be on average better than women. Mechanical machine. But if it is electronic device, the research proved that on average, women were found to be dealing with electronic devices little better than man, on average. The researchers are saying that. So I will say you something. Celebrate being a woman. Please clap for this sentence. Celebrate being a woman. It is a great opportunity. So God never asked me whether I would like to be born as a human being or some other creature. No, it is all just, it happened. You also just happened. God never asked you would like to be male or female. Please tick out. Any checklist was given to you? Male or female? Who should be your father? Who should be your mother? Which state you should be born? Which country you should be born? What should be your birth date? What should be your zodiac sign? What should be your future height? What should be your future, let us say, height, weight proportion? What should be size of your nose? Somebody feels, let us say, especially, just let me talk something lighter. Some girl feels, I am more beautiful than others. It happens. And then there is tendency to spend a little more time in front of mirror. Because I am more beautiful, no problem. But then ask a question. You should be more grateful if you think you are beautiful. Because you never demanded. It just happened, no? Only that thing which you earned with effort, you should celebrate. Yes, I could do something. And that too without ego, you should celebrate. But if something is like your face is round, did you ask for it? And you tell me, who is not beautiful? I tell with all guarantee, I'm not manufacturing sentences here. Each of my daughters sitting here is beautiful, intelligent, wise, industrious. And you are less than none. First of all, never live in competition. Who is doing where, what? You just ask yourself. Try to achieve the best thing possible. But whatever you have achieved, you must celebrate. And wherever you are, in whichever condition, if you're progressive in mind, if you love God, you would always like to help growing yourself. I will not develop. There is no need for developing. Life is meant for passing time. Never pronounce this sentence, I am passing time. Because the moment you say, I am passing time, the time as a personality says to you, hey, you are passing me. You don't know, I am passing you. You are passing, time is not passing, time it will be there. Only we have created some device to have annual calendar and calendar is changed, we say time has passed. No. Time is stand still there, like, deep ocean. It's just there. You are coming and passing. Never pass time. Life is precious. When I was of age, when I was in that stage of your age, I used to laugh upon those all sentences when it was spoken to me by any sadhu or sage or enlightened person, or let us say accomplished professor, when they used to say, life is precious, life is short, it passes suddenly, quickly. I used to laugh at the age of 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I used to laugh upon those writings or books or speakers who used to say, life is running fast, you have less time, life is precious, make use of every moment. I used to laugh where life is short. Even day is so long, 12 hours, night is so long, year is so long. When one Pongal goes, then other Pongal we have to wait for 365 days. And if by chance it is leap year, then one more day here, 366 days. So I used to laugh. But now, 2 months back, I completed my 60. And when I was in 20s, listen carefully, this is interesting, personal experience. When I was in 20s, means when I entered from 19, teen age to 20, 20 to 29, I was in 20s. One day I entered into my 30. One day I entered, then I had a nostalgic feeling. Oh my God, I'll never be in my 20s again. But then I actually pondered over that decade. When I entered 20 and now 20, second decade is goodbye, third decade I'm entering. Then I pondered, then I thought, 20s was happening year, because in that phase, I completed my graduation, post-graduation, professional studies, got married, and getting a job. And I tell you frankly, I am doing a job which I wanted to do. Not that suddenly I got a job and I started doing whatever I got. No, I decided in the first year of graduation, I would like to be a teacher. But getting teaching job at that time was not very easy. So my first job was as an officer with Bank of India. So I joined that job because that was akin to my qualification of personnel management, which is now called as human resource management. So I enjoyed that job also. No complaint against Bank of India job. I enjoyed. But after 2 years, when I got the job of my liking, which I had decided the first year of graduation, I got university level teaching, which I wanted. I entered one university. That was Ujjain University, Vikram University at Ujjain, place of Mahakal, wonderful place. And I sometimes feel lucky, oh my God. Now I think I started my career with Ujjain. That added value to my some spiritual advancement also. And just for matter of information, I don't advertise just like that, but my books, and I have been invited to 8 Sanskrit universities to deliver talk. And they knew that I cannot fluently speak Sanskrit, but I can read Sanskrit, understand Sanskrit, I have read Sanskrit, I cannot speak, but still they invited. And I told them that you are not fully utilizing the potential what Sanskrit can do for you. So why I'm narrating this, I thought in 20s so many things happened. struggling and getting a career which you wanted to have is not easy, but I got it. Getting married is not easy. I got married. So many important things. So I thought when I entered 30s, that 30s will be peaceful and it will take its own time to pass. There's nothing more to do. I have to only consolidate my strength and I have to become a good professor. That is the only challenge. And of course, in the beginning of 30s, one child was also born. So that is an important happening. And I then started acquiring more knowledge, reading more and all these things. And you will be happy to know, as it was also introduced, that myself and my father jointly did Hindi poetic translation of Tiruchirappalli. And at that time, I did not know that I will come to Tamil Nadu to serve. I did not know. It just happened. 4 years back, I came here. But connected to Sanskrit, my few books' names are like this. One is Management Sutras from Sanskrit Scriptures. 625 pages book, compilation from, except Puran, you imagine any Sanskrit scripture of repute, Veda and Upanishads, and Ramayana and Yog Vasishtha, or Manu Smriti, or let us say, literature of Shankaracharya, or Raman Maharshi's Saddarshanam and Updesh Sar. I have consulted 40 books, and out of 40, when I say Upanishad, it is counted as one. And within Upanishad, there are 194 Upanishads which I consulted. And that book is published. Other book was published is, based on Vishnu Sahasranam and Shatanam, I published a book on personality attributes, gift of India. Why? In foreign universities, we talk about 4 types of personality, 5 types of personality, 8 types of personality. Psychology professor and students will know it better. 16 types of personality, 32 types of personality we discuss in management. And in psychology, we discuss about 123, 125 attributes of personality. And here in India, we have Vishnu Sahasranam and so many other Sahasranam. I consulted 23 Sahasranam and about 17 Shatanam. And from there, I found various names of gods and goddesses. Their meaning is useful for human being also. And we can try to imbibe those characteristics. And 2,100 personality attributes I filtered out from those Sahasranam and Shatanam, which are useful for human being. And recently, 10 days back, my one book is published that describes 118 Upanishads. And the title of the book is Dialogue with Upanishads for a meaningful life. Dialogue with Upanishads. Why I'm narrating? I'm not advertising myself. What I'm saying that in India, there is so much to do. And this doing started with a question in my mind that when I am teaching in IIM, Indian Institute of Management, what is Indian in Indian Institute of Management? If we are only teaching models taken from US and all these, then where is the originality? But remember, if you want to be original, you will have to work hard. Now come back to something which I want to discuss for your immediate benefit. First thing I would like to remind you about the 53rd Kural of Thirukkural. 53rd Kural of Thirukkural in English I will pronounce because I can pronounce Tamil but it will be full of defect. This says that if woman folk in the family is wise, and who is wise? I am trying to collect definition of wisdom from Sanskrit scriptures, 108 definitions. I have reached up to 72, 73. Once it will become 108, I'll try to publish some booklet or a paper on that. Who is wise? 108 descriptions or definition. But one description of wise is a person who can see the effect or impact of his or her action in short run as well as long run. If I do this, what will be effect on short run and what would be effect on long run? One who can extrapolate is wise. And 53rd Kural says, if woman in the family is wise, and you have to play the role in future, you will become professional. That depends on your choice. But certainly you will be the center of gravity of a home also. And home is the center of gravity of society. And society is the very fragrance of a nation. So, if woman of a family is wise, even if the family is living with smaller means, nothing is smaller for them. They do not suffer with any shortcomings. But if everything is in the household and the woman does not act wisely, even if you have enormous things, they are equivalent to having nothing. That is the role Saint Tiruvalluvar has given to you, a special role to our sister folks, daughter folks. And coming to professional excellence, Tiruvalluvarji hints in his 392nd Kural, where he says that mathematical knack or basic mathematical ability. When I say mathematical, I'm not saying that like Madam Principal, you should become master of mathematics and PhD in mathematics. When I advocate mathematics, I'm not asking you to become mathematician. And when I advocate language, please, I'm not saying you to become PhD in Tamil or PhD in English or PhD in Hindi or Sanskrit. No. Mathematical orientation. If I see this auditorium, I should know from the sense of geometry what is its shape. So to me, it seems that, okay, had there been no inclination, it would have been rectangular. But now because there is a slope and this is parallel to this, but that is also parallel to this, but that height is less than this because of this inclination. So this is a trapezium. Simple thing. It is not rectangle, it is trapezium. So a little mathematical sense. Or if I am standing by the side of a tall structure like Qutub Minar in Delhi, Qutub Minar. So I can have a good estimate of height. How? I'll go at a certain distance from the base of Qutub Minar, where almost 45-degree angle I am making while watching the top of the minaret. And if it is 45, so 1045 is equal to 1 is equal to height by base. So when I am at that distance from the base of Qutub Minar, where my eye is making 45-degree angle, it means the distance of mine from the Qutub Minar is the height of Qutub Minar, estimated height. It may not be exact, but you can have a good guesstimate. You will not be wild. You can have good idea. 5 meter plus minus, 10 meter plus minus. But otherwise, a layman you ask, what may be height of Qutub Minar? They will say, seems 300 meters. Arey Baba, it is 72 meters. But if you have mathematical sense, you will either estimate 65 or you will estimate 80, but not 300. Going haywire. Basic mathematical sense. And language, sense of language. Like you can walk comfortably on your two legs when both legs are intact. Similarly, when your mathematical basic sense and language basic sense are at place, you can walk with total confidence in the field of professional excellence. Because basic mathematical sense will help you to understand science, any branch of science in which you have interest. It may be physics or chemistry or biology, basic mathematical sense. And basic language sense will help you to grow either in humanities or in social science like history, geography, political science, anthropology, or say in the field of humanities like Tamil or Sanskrit or Hindi or Telugu or Kannadiga or any language that is listed. 22 languages are listed in the 8th schedule of Constitution. And you can write UPSC examination in any language. You can write physics in Konkani language in UPSC examination and can become collector or commissioner or IAS. This is allowed. So, Thirukkural says, 392nd Kural, if you have mathematical sense and if you have language sense, you have two eyes on your face. And if these two senses are absent, actually on your face, there are no eyes, and eyes are only like mark of wounds. See, this is shock treatment he is giving. Your eyes are no eyes, they are only mark of wounds. घाव जिसको कहते हैं हिंदी में, घाव, like something erupts at your skin. So it has a pus inside. So your two eyes are like two marks of wounds. Somebody has attacked and it has created some kind of wounds. If you don't have one eye mathematical sense, one eye language sense. So please, all students who are at formative stage, those who have not done their master degree yet, you might have done, or maybe on the last leg of your graduation, or even if you are on last leg of master level, does not matter. In this whole auditorium, I am the first learner, I am the first student. I need to learn more than you, I understand. Because more you know that yet more to be known, so naturally you remain humble. Less you know, less you have knowledge, that how less you have to be known. You have to know. More you know, you will find, that's why, this is my personal experience. More I try to know, more I know how much more is yet to be known. And that keeps you humble. So keep these two basic skills intact. Secondly, do invest some time on continuous study every day. Every day. Otherwise, there will be erosion. Study well. Give certain time for 2 or 3 things. Number one, in whichever subject you have specialized or you are specializing, for whole life you must invest at least 4 hours per week to tone up and advance in that area of knowledge. That is number one requirement. Number two, as it is said in Hitopdesh by Narayan Pandit, and he has said that those skills which give you 2 things, one is livelihood and other is respect in society. If any skill gives you 2 things, livelihood and respect in society, those skills should be toned up, sharpened on daily basis. These are old golden sutras. And they have impacted my life. So, nurture your skills, nurture your knowledge, nurture your skills. 2 things I said. Now, third thing I am saying. Because recently there was Kumbh Mela in Prayagraj. And in Kumbh Mela, Prayagraj, 2 rivers and 1 conceptual river. Ganga, Yamuna and conceptual Saraswati, they meet. So, 3 things should meet in your life. What are these 3 things? Number 1, your knowledge base. Number 2, your skill base. And skill is different than knowledge. You may have great knowledge in physics, but you don't have a skill how to place your physics, how to talk your physics, how to talk your complex physics to a layman, or how to talk your physics who is PhD in political science, but still when you explain physics, the person can understand. If you cannot speak to a person in his or her language, you do not know how to speak. If you are PhD in English, and if you are talking to PhD in Tamil, and that PhD in Tamil has not studied well English, and there is no problem. But can you talk the essence of English literature in English to a person who is PhD in Tamil? He will know some English in his or her language. Many times we feel I am more educated, I will speak in my language, you understand or not, that is your problem. No, that is not a correct thing. That is skill, communication skill. And in America, in 1973, it was found through research that every manager of the world deserves 69 days of formal training only on one-to-one interpersonal skills. I am talking to, as a one person, I am talking to another person. This is interpersonal. That is, intergroup is group is talking to group. Intragroup, we are talking within group. Intrapersonal, I am talking to myself. Interorganizational, within organization. Interorganizational, among organization. Intra-organizational, within organization. So, when American Management Association said that 69 days of training you need only for interpersonal skills, from where the 69 magic figure came? It came from 23, 3 is 69, and they had identified 23 different situations of interpersonal interaction. Sometimes we interact for goal setting, sometimes for negotiation, sometimes for team building, sometimes for conflict handling, sometimes for persuading, sometimes for influencing. Different situations are there. Negotiation skill is not same as counseling skill. You will find that some of us may be very good in counseling skill, but not on negotiation skill. Some of us may be good in negotiation skill, but not on counseling skill. Some of us may not be good, let us say, in goal setting, but we may be very good in diffusing any kind of conflict which is happening. You need not to be champion in all kinds of skills, but I tell you, in one or two, just one or two skills, you have attained a bit dexterity or par excellence, you have won the game of life. One or two skills. So one force is your knowledge, second is skill, and third in Theivanai is your value system. Value system. What you sacrifice, what you are ready to sacrifice for the sake of your values, for the sake of your honesty, for your conviction, for your character, for your conduct, that determines your value system. And you will find those persons who are knowledgeable and highly skillful, but value weak, after 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, they fumble, they are finished. They lead horrible life. So value is very important. So I will conclude because the time is running fast. In future, your success will depend on two things. I am not trying to oversimplify, I am trying to simplify. And there is nothing precious than simplifying, and there is nothing more dangerous than oversimplifying. So I am simplifying you. Your success in future will depend on many factors. I am not going to many models, but simple thing, your success will depend on two things. Two things. From Villupuram, I want to go to Tiruvannamalai. Now say Tiruvannamalai is about 70 kilometers from here. Its direction is northwest. I love geography also, so I can tell you from here which side is Theni and which side is Ooty. From here, what is the direction of Tiruthani, Mayiladuthurai, or let us say this Kanyakumari or Rameshwaram. So if I want to go to 70 kilometer northwest to Tiruvannamalai, first of all, my direction must be correct. If I take a wrong route, I'll reach Pondicherry. If I go to east, I must go northwest, not even northeast. I should go to northwest, not north. If I go to north, it will be Tindivanam. If I go to south, it will be Tiruchirappalli. If I go northwest, it will be Tiruvannamalai. If I go to east, it will be Pondicherry. If I go to southeast, it will be Kadalur. So you must go northwest. Direction should be correct. And what is direction? Direction is your conviction, your value system. I must do this. Decide what I need to do. Know that. That is the direction. But if I have to reach from here to Tiruvannamalai, and I know the direction, but I am too slow. Too slow, and then by the time you reach, it is night, you cannot have darshan of Ramana Maharshi Ashram. Or if you run too fast, you will get exhausted. Then you may have to be, let us say, 2 days rest. Doctor will say in between, if you start running as a marathon racer. Speed. Speed is important, direction is important. In order to reach from point A to point B, two things are important. Direction is first, that is important, and speed is important. Direction is your value system, and speed is your skill set. One divide of other, one in absence of other, will not give you full benefit. You are a good person, only value based, but no skill was developed. You will not be useful for society. You may be a good person, that's fine. But if you are skillful, but no value is there, you may become a dangerous person after 3, 4, 5 years. RBI governors know how to run RBI or banking. But Harshad Mehta, the great traitor, he was not less knowledgeable on banking system than maybe RBI officers. But what he did not contribute anything. He galloped so much of money and ultimately he died a death of ignominy and disrespect. So, value and skill, direction and speed. If you take these two things, they will go in a long way to help you to nurture your career. So, I am very thankful and I'll take my seat. But before that, I'll tell you that my dear daughter folks, you are at a very good stage, very good college. I congratulate the college for completing, say, 36 or 37 years, 36th annual day is there. And I was listening to the great accomplishment. Here, all faculty, they deserve grand congratulations. All the students and all the staff here, and especially to students, I would like to say that be continuous in your study, be continuous in debate, and be continuous in writing. Start writing. You can write in college magazine. You can write in, let us say, very local kind of newspaper also. But if you start that, your thought will become more and more clear. And then in future, if you want your voice to reach to the longer space, it will go longer. I wish all the best to all of you. Thank you very much.